All right, let's get Doug Bell in. Did you see Stewart Cink coming this week? I mean, this sort of came out of nowhere. Although this is a guy that's a success here, but, you know, a decade and a half ago.
Eric, really a remarkable performance at the beginning of the season when he won the Safeway Open. That was inexplicable. And now here we are winning again at Hilton Head, the RBC Heritage. Really an amazing thing when you think about it. He's 47 years old. No other professional sport can a man of that age beat back men who are 20, 25 years younger than him. Golf is a timeless sport. There's no question about it. And think about this now. His win before this year in 2020, his last win came in 2009. Stewart Cink lost his playing privileges. He was going with sponsors exemption, past champions category, all-time win list. He was battling to stay out there on tour. His wife battled cancer in 2016. Basically, he was off the radar screen, and somehow, some way, he rekindled the fountain of youth, and here he is, not only a two-time winner with more than 20 tournaments left this season. I mean, look out for Stewart Cink, but I would think that Steve Stricker, the captain of the Ryder Cup team, now has his radar up and has to be considering a guy who back in the day was a stalwart on the Ryder Cup and President's Cup team. So an amazing turnaround for the career of this guy, Stewart Cink. I mean, it's remarkable, Eric. It really, really is.
Doug, this is not a course where you have to hit it 1,000,000 miles, and there's not that many of these. There were more back in the day than there are now. Now, Stewart Cink is not a little guy. He's a 6'4" dude. He's from Alabama. He's a big guy. But at 47, does he still have the oomph to go when we go to a U.S. Open or we go to the PGA Championship on May 20th, which is just a little over a month away? Does he have enough oomph to get the ball out there on a 7,000-yard course?
Eric, the answer to that is yes, because you mentioned it. He is a big man, and compared, if you saw him walking down the fairway next to Colin Morikawa today, he towered over Morikawa, and more often than not today, when they hit the big driver, he was out driving Morikawa sometimes by 20 and 25 yards. So yes, that part of his game is really good right now. In fact, he's hitting it farther now than he did back in 08 and 09 when he won 5 times over a 2-year period. But the one thing he's maintained, the one thing he's really good at, his iron play. We saw it on display. He's second on the PGA Tour this year, greens hit in regulation, just under 74%. He led wire to wire at a golf course where you had to have good iron play. So yes, he will be in contention at Kiowa. The one thing that's come back for him, all these older guys, they lose their putting stroke. And we saw it on display today when they went to the close-up, that rock-a-baby pre-putt routine where he go back, and then he knock it in. It makes me nervous, but he has perfected that, and it's working right now. So let's not knock the guy who somehow is rolling in putts left and right.
All right, so looking at the crystal ball, who can be Stewart Cink next week when we go to New Orleans for the Zurich? Somebody that maybe is, a little bit of a horses for courses there, who's played well at times already on tour this year, checks a few boxes, and who maybe is just poised to bust out.
Well, Eric, it's a team competition, so I guess if you're an older guy, you can depend on your younger guy. But to answer your question, next week in New Orleans, and there's a lot of really good teams. Jon Rahm and Ryan Palmer, for example, are the defending champions. And Palmer is an older man in his 40s, and he's playing with Rahm. I'd like to have Rahm as my playing partner, but here's a team for you. Bubba Watson. Bubba has actually played really good golf this year. He's getting up there in age, and he's playing with Scotty Scheffler. So you have a 40-something and a young 20-something. I kind of like that mix. A little Bubba Watson, a little Scotty Scheffler down there near Bourbon Street. What do you say about that?
Want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis. No yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.